I'm the only TED speaker to have said the words "come on my face" on the TED stage 6 times. The talk went viral instantly as a result.
Η Cindy Gallop είναι μία από τις πιο πολυσυζητημένες γυναίκες στον κόσμο. Κορυφαίο όνομα στον χώρο της διαφήμισης, είναι ειδική στο να μετατρέπει μια απλή ιδέα σε talk of the town. Στην πρώτη της ομιλία στο TED είχε μιλήσει για το project της MakeLoveNotPorn που έγινε και viral έπειτα από διαπίστωσή της ότι οι σημερινοί εικοσάριδες κάνουν σεξ με μάλλον λάθος τρόπο. Σήμερα είναι καλεσμένη του TEDx Academy στην Αθήνα για να αναλύσει τις συνήθειες που μπορούν να αλλάξουν μια χώρα.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello. Lovely to see you.
Nice to meet you again. So in 2009, at your first TED Talk, you launched MakeLoveNotPorn. Can you tell us a bit about the project?
Sure. So MakeLoveNotPorn was an accident. I date younger men, they tend to be men in their 20s, and about 9 or 10 years ago, I began realizing through dating younger men that I was encountering what happens when today's total freedom of access to hardcore porn online meets our society's equally total reluctance to talk openly and honestly about sex. The convergence of both of those factors results in porn becoming by default the sex education today in not a good way. So I decided something about this, and I put up this tiny clunky website at MakeLoveNotPorn.com that posts the myths of hardcore porn and balances them with reality. So the construct is porn world versus real world. I had the opportunity to launch MakeLoveNotPorn at TED, which I've been going to for a number of years. I took a deliberate decision to be very explicit in my TED talk because I knew that audience wouldn't get this issue unless I was very straightforward about it. As a result, I'm the only TED speaker to have said the words "come on my face" on the TED stage 6 times. The talk went viral instantly as a result, and it drove this extraordinary response to my tiny website that I had never anticipated. I realized that I had uncovered a huge global social issue. So I saw an opportunity to do something I believe in very strongly, which is that the future of business is doing good and making money simultaneously. Our tagline is pro-sex, pro-porn, pro-knowing the difference. Our mission is simply to help make it easier for the world to talk about sex. Everybody wants to be good in bed, nobody knows exactly what that means, and so you will seize your cues on how to do that from anywhere you can. So 3.5 years ago, my team and I launched MakeLoveNotPorn.tv, which is an entirely user-generated, crowdsourced video sharing platform that celebrates real-world sex. Anybody from anywhere in the world can submit to us videos of themselves having real-world sex, and we're very clear what we mean by this. We're not porn. We're not amateur. We're building a whole new category on the internet, social sex.
One of your premises was that 20-year-olds have a distorted view of sex because the industry is male-dominated at the top, so they actually project things they want instead of things that they should, and the communication aspect that we said before. How can we change that?
We can change all of this by talking about sex in the real world. Okay, that is the answer. But to your question, the day we have a porn industry that is 50-50 equally led, managed and driven from the top by women just as much as men, that therefore targets 50% of its output at women just as much as at men, as opposed to currently mistakenly thinking men are the only audience for porn, and that therefore very importantly makes 50% of its money out of women just as much as out of men, is the day we see a porn industry and porn that looks completely different. More innovative, more creative, more disruptive, way more lucrative, a better, healthier industry overall, and the same is true of every other industry. Television, movies, publishing, advertising.
Great. You're visiting Athens to talk about the habits that can potentially change a country. Can you elaborate a bit on those habits?
I'm delighted to be here in Greece to speak at TEDx Academy about reimagining the future of Greece and what Greece might look like in 2030. I'm going to be talking to the audience about what I believe is the business model of the future. Shared values plus shared action equals shared profit, financial profit and social profit. That is not only a great business model, it is also the life model of the future, and I believe the nation model of the future. I believe that if everyone in Greece can identify and come together around what are today's Greek values, if everybody can then walk the talk when it comes to those values together, collaborate collectively to co-act on those values, then everybody will be able to drive shared benefit, both socially and financially. I'm going to be asking everyone in Greece to think about the future as a series of micro-actions, because every single one of us taking micro-actions every single day to change our future can cumulatively add up at scale to enormous impact.
So from your point of view, what does a country like Greece need to get back on its feet business-wise?
The single thing that Greece most needs is women. The answer to the future of Greece is women. Women challenge the status quo because we are never it. Diversity is what drives innovation and disruption, and true innovation is the result of many different mindsets, perspectives, worldviews coming together in constructive creative conflict to get to a far better place that we could never have gotten to, any one of us, on our own. Women are the key to the future of business everywhere, not just Greece, because we do two things that are incredibly important to business and the economy. First of all, women buy. We are the primary purchasers and the primary influencers of purchase in every single product sector. But secondly, very importantly, women share. Social media is simply a whole new methodology for us to do what we've been doing since the dawn of time, which is sharing the shit out of everything in a way that men don't. Because we are the talkers. We're the gossipers, the chatters, the sharers, the recommenders, the ambassadors. So much so that I say to businesses that think they're targeting men, talk to women. Because women will influence men more than men will influence other men.
As an experienced businesswoman, how do you define a great idea?
An idea is only as good as its execution. The world is full of great ideas. Great ideas are 10 a penny. They are useless without execution. And by the way, that's why I say the future of business is female, because women make shit happen.
You've also said that if you care about what other people think, you will never own the future.
Fear of what other people think is the single most paralyzing dynamic in business and in life. You will never own the future if you care what other people think. The best moment of my life was the day I realized I don't give a damn what anybody else thinks, because that is the only way to live your life. That is the way to do what you want to do. I'm very public about the fact that I've never wanted married. I've never wanted children. I date younger men. I am 56 years old. I tell people how old I am as often as possible. I do all of that because we don't have enough role models in society for both women and men that demonstrate you can live your life completely differently to the way society expects you to and still be extraordinarily happy.
What is your one advice that you would give to our younger audience?
The single piece of advice that I would give to young people who are listening to me now is absolutely invent the world and the future that you want to live in. Too many young people, especially when they're struggling to find jobs, think, oh, I should go into this industry and I should just accept everything about it. Don't do that. You know, go into business, go into the world, decide what you think is missing, what you think should be there, what you want to see in the world, and make that happen. Because we need you to. We need you to bring your fresh perspectives to every area of business, industry, and life, and we need you to help us invent a better world for all of us.
Cindy, thank you very much. If you have any final notes, you're welcome to say them to our audience.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I just want to say to Greece, please make Greek love not porn.